Hello, Gennies. Genesis Lewison here, and you probably noticed. Genesis, where's your facial hair? I got a haircut and a shave. But, you know, how of you either really do care or really don't care. At least I don't look like a bum. But regardless of that, we are going to talk today about the Godzilla Timeline. Now, technically, there's a couple of them because, sorry, heart problems today. Well, JK. But still, seriously, there is not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven, not eight, but 9 possible timelines for the Godzilla series. Now, if you don't know the Godzilla series, it is a pretty expansive one with several of medias and several multimedia factors going into that. There's a lot. So basically, using that logic, you think, oh, there's no way you can make a timeline, Genesis. I'll beg you differ. So here we go. We're going to talk about what I call the original Godzilla timeline. This was the timeline that existed from the original to the end of the series. Okay, so here we go. This timeline is basically, okay, so it starts with Godzilla, which came out in 1954. It's followed up by Godzilla Raids Again, which came out in 1955. Okay, then you have Mothra versus Godzilla. That's set in 1964. King Kong versus Godzilla, which is set in 1962. Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, in 1964. Invasion of the Astro Monster in 1965. Ebirah, Horror of the Deep, 1966. Son of Godzilla from 1967. All Monsters Attack from 1969. Godzilla vs. Hedorah from 1971. Godzilla vs. Gigan from 1972. Godzilla vs. Megalon from 1973. Zone Fighter, also from 1973, and that's a TV show, but Godzilla does appear. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla from 1974. Terror of Mechagodzilla from 1975. Godzilla vs. Biollante from 1989. And finally, Destroy All Monsters, which is set in 1968. Basically, using that series analysis, you can understand that technically I didn't put the years. They aren't really set in 54 or 69, any of those. Technically, the years they're set differ because usually they do what I call a Mega Man. That's because that's what I'm more knowledgeable to me. A Mega Man problem, but it's probably started way before Mega Man. But that's what I call it, where they use the 20XX idea or the 19XX, where they don't tell you what the last two, sometimes not what the last 2 or 3 digits are. So you gotta just, I believe that Destroy All Monsters takes place at the end of the timeline, as it involves a lot of villains and stuff appearing again, and it doesn't make much sense if certain characters fit, like who died in last ones reappear, and yeah, basically understandable. So next is the Dark Godzilla timeline. Now there's only 2. Most Godzilla timelines immediately go back to the original Godzilla of 1954. So in the Dark Godzilla timeline, we get Godzilla in 1954, and then Return of Godzilla in 1985, which perfectly even aligns with the set of the character. Sorry for being sweaty, you know, sweatbox, JK. No, but seriously, I got a little sweatshop going on over there. Genesis Lewison t-shirts coming soon. Oh, they are. But regardless, then we have the new Godzilla timeline. This is the one that was created to sort of, I think, reinvent Godzilla. Also, this one does not go back to the original 1954 event. This one starts off completely new because you have Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, Godzilla vs. Mothra, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, and Godzilla vs. the Destroyer. Now, the reason I call this the new Godzilla timeline is because in the original Godzilla timeline and the Dark Godzilla, as we can believe, in both of those timelines, Godzilla was a dinosaur who was hit with a nuclear bomb and turned into Godzilla. Well, basically, in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, 1991, They replaced, and this is knowledge I researched because I didn't watch this one specifically. I watched the older ones. I didn't watch this one. we find out that basically scientists replaced Ghidorah creatures with the Godzillasaurus. So basically, Godzilla never existed, meaning the original and the Dark Timeline do not occur. But King Ghidorah now was the one nuked and became King Ghidorah, but somehow a nuke was still let out somewhere in the ocean, and not our Godzilla from the first two timelines, but now a completely new Godzilla exists. Then you have the the Millennial Godzilla timeline and the Mega Gyrus Godzilla timeline. They're a bit confusing because technically Godzilla 2000 Millennium, which came out in 1999, don't ask, somehow is completely on its own. Same with Godzilla Mega Gyrus Godzilla timeline, which only connects the very first in 1954 Godzilla to the 2000 film Godzilla vs. Mega Gyrus. Then we have the 2001 Godzilla timeline, as I call it, for good reason. This includes Godzilla. So basically, Godzilla 1954 still happens, and possibly a bunch of the other adventures still occur with Godzilla. But next would be Godzilla, the American Godzilla, from 1998. Yeah, you know, the one with Broderick. So that occurs. Lucky us. Then there's a continuation that's supposedly Godzilla the series, which came out from 98 to 99. Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, Giant All Monsters Attack in 2001. Godzilla against Mechagodzilla 2002. Tokyo SOS Godzilla in 2003. And Godzilla Final Wars 2004. They all take place in this timeline because it just makes better sense. Finally, the last two timelines would be the remake Godzilla timeline, which is still being created more. Both of the last two timelines are still going, so there's obviously going to be more pieces of media to put into the timeline as we progress. But as of right now, I don't have any. So for the remake Godzilla, now remake Godzilla timeline and the American Godzilla timeline are two side by side, kind of, because they're being made at the same time. It's not like somebody decided to rewrite and do it all over again after a while. No, they're going side by side. So the remake Godzilla timeline only has Shin Godzilla, that's out right now in 2016. Sorry, last year, my bad. I suck at dates. Then American Godzilla series, that includes Godzilla from 2014, the already came out Kong Skull Island of 2017, and the future Godzilla 2 from 2019, and Godzilla vs. King Kong of 2020. I cannot wait to see where this series continues, and hopefully you guys are excited to see Godzilla 2 when it comes out in 2019. I mean, we still got 3 years, 2-3 years to go, so, but hey, I may not go see it. I probably will, but that's because I'm a nerd. Peace out, Gennies, and have a good day. Hello, Gennies. Genesis Lewison here after the video, obviously, and I want to shout out two people in this. I want to shout out Dominic Minor, or DJM, or as you guys probably know him from earlier careers on this channel as Fuck You Juan. That's a joke for the people who don't get it. It's an inside joke, but most people probably won't get it. But shout out to him. His channel will be in the little icon button above. It's probably already showed up before, so obviously you know it's there. But yes, subscribe to him, and also shout out. She don't have a YouTube channel, but shout out to Bethi Lynn, who did this incredible artwork you're seeing right now on the screen. It's amazing, to be quite honest. It's fucking spectacular, and just wanted to shout her out because I think this is an awesome image. That's about it. Peace out, Gennies, and yeah, end of this video.